Hey everybody, it's Rick O'Shea playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on it again. This is such a huge day. We've been waiting a really long time. Lots of us have been anticipating the moment when Havok finally moved into the latest Legends store, as you see here. And 5-Star Carnage is now a classic Legends in with the group of the older 5 stars. And we have Mr. Sinister in here to go for Beta Ray Bill and a absolute ton of 4 stars that we are going to draw today. I have saved up about a total of between the 141 tokens and the over 6,000 command points. That works out to be a little over 380 total draws. We're going to rush through those pulls today. I don't know when we're going to stop, but we are very likely to do well over 300 total and maybe all 380 plus today. So I hope we brought in the viewer luck. I'm really excited to get into this with you guys, and I hope if you've done your own draws and have been waiting for this store that you run really well and have really good odds. Last thing I want to point out, a couple things we have to point out quick is there also is a fan favorites store out there, and it's a really good one with Okoye, Kitty Pryde, and Doctor Strange in it. So it's command points only unless we can earn tokens through some other method over the next couple of days. So just be ready for that. It's a very good store. And so we'll take one quick look at the roster before we get into it, and then we are going to draw my hoard of tokens out and just go completely nuts. So let's take a quick look at the 4-star roster. I'm not going to do a lot here, guys, but I do have some maximum champs. I only have 6, with a few others getting very close. So Medusa and Rogue were my first ones to hit 370. That's the maximum level for 4 stars. And then Nightcrawler and Infinity War, Spider-Man, and Rocket and Groot caught up quickly thereafter. And I'll just scroll through the 4-star roster so you can see where everything is before we draw. If we do 380 plus and we have 80 some 4-star characters, you'd likely think that we're going to get 3 or 4 on average levels on every single character. Some will be 1 each, 0 each. Some will be 4, 5, 6, or 7, whatever the covers come out, the cards as they play out. But let's run through the roster here real quick. Now there's some limited characters in here, of course, that you can't get through draws, and I have you see Medusa here is my only 4-star character that I have gotten to the point of rechamping, and she's all the way up to 282 again. There's the newest characters with Maria Hill and Karnak, and then here's the rebuilds that we've started on: Nightcrawler, Rogue, Carol, and the others. So that's where the 4 stars are. We're hoping to get some non-yellow covers for Rocket and Groot, and Rogue definitely needs green, etc. So let's look at the 5 stars. We'll start at the end here. So I have a nice, pretty even 5-star character roster, but I don't have any really big champions like some people have leveled up specific very good characters really high. I've gone for more of an even build until now. This is the first time where we're going to work on a certain character to get them up toward 480. Not going to quite get there with this stash that I have right now, but that's what we're going to work for. So Jessica and Thor, Iceman, Okoye, and Thanos are all really good characters. Professor X is there as well. I'm a big fan of Hela and some of these others, of course, but there's Carnage in the on the top row, and then we'll see Kitty and Beta Ray Bill are on the bottom. Those are the 2 that I fell a little bit short on so far, and I'd like to get more levels on Kitty, but I don't know that I'm going to do that when I really want to work on Beta Ray Bill. He's at level 456 down below. He could acquire somewhere around 18 levels from these draws we're going to make, and that'll put him at 470 plus on his way to 480. And the game's matchmaking MMR changes a little bit when you have characters right around that 480 mark. So I'm looking forward to that, to open up the enemies that I can queue up and have a little bit of time seeing more different people in PvP. So at the end here, you see Havok. I have 1 cover on him. I got it early to have the essential covered for PvE, and the same thing with Mr. Sinister. That's all going to change. We're going to add a bunch of levels to those guys, I hope, today. That is the roster. Let's go. It is time. Here we go. So if you guys are ready, let's talk a little bit about the fun that we put into this. Maybe it's fun for me and you guys don't care. Let me know in the comments. But really quick, if you would consider subscribing to the channel and you haven't yet so far, we've been having a really nice run on our subscriber count. We're trying to build it up and really make the our subscriber base head up toward that 1,000 mark as soon as possible. So please consider that. Like the video if you want as we go along. If you hit a character you like, hit the like button. That's great. And if you have the applaud button, it's a brand new button. Let me know in the comments below. I'm not asking anybody to hit it, but this video here might get me to the point where I can get that applaud button out there, and it really helps support the channel. So let me know, guys. Let's bring this viewer luck and let's hit it. What character do you think we're going to hit first from the 5 stars? Let me know in the comments below, and pick a 4-star, and we'll see if you hit yours before I hit the one I'm going to guess. And I am going to guess Rogue. That's who I think we're going to hit early on. See if you can pick a character that'll beat me. And let's get into it. 141 legendary tokens. Number 1. Oh my gosh. Guys, you're starting off on a really good... You can't do any better than this. Got a 5-star on the very first draw. You guys are the best. All right, let's count it down like we're supposed to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is a Mr. Sinister purple. Immediately, nice hit. Excellent job. So every time we get a 5-star, it has to be Beta Ray Bill, Mr. Sinister, or Havok. None of the other 5 stars are in this store, and that's why I like pulling from Latest Legends. Also, we're going to be watching Okoye a little bit closely. So she is at 399, so about 34 more draws, and she will be a little over 500. And so we'll move her off of my favorite, and then we're going to switch it to Beta Ray Bill at that point. Well, guys, we're at 100% draw rate for 5 stars, so I think we're going to just quit and end the video. Thanks for coming in and helping me out. All right, just kidding. Bad joke. Number 2. And it's a MODOK. Very nice. I love to get levels on the newer characters as soon as possible. I won't have a comment on every single draw we do, of course. We're going to have to speed this up to get through it. Oh my goodness. 2 out of 3. Come on. 5, 4. Who's it going to be? 3, 2, 1. It is Havok, and it's his Cry Havok green ability. We are rolling super hot so far. Nice to hit those 2 new characters. Now, by the way, building up those guys is great. We really want to hit, if we're going to hit hot on one of the 3 characters, let's focus on Bill and go. Next one is 4-star Blade. I'm going to start picking up the pace here so that we can get through this in a relatively timely manner. This might take a really long time. Craven and X-Force Wolverine. And a Talos. So think of those 3 characters we just got in a row. Not really rated real high. Let's try to pick it back up here. How about we hit a top rated character right now? Oh, pretty good. I do like Cloak and Dagger a lot. I think most people do. And I wonder, by the way, we have our latest legends. We have our shard earned for our target heroes or bonus heroes, favorites here. And there is a brand new potential for bonus shards. And I did hit bonus shards just in the basic tokens, standards. And I haven't hit any. Look at that. Brand new character, Carolina Dean. Very nice hit there. Haven't hit bonus shards anywhere else. Here is another 5-star. This is our 3rd hit of the night so far. And I didn't really count are, we can look back and see what count we're at, but we're way ahead on the 5s. Go. It's a Beta Ray Bill. We got his blue. Nice level for him. Claim it. All right, so we're down to 130 tokens. What do we do? Just 11 draws, guys? Wow. 3 hits and 11 draws is just absurdly good rate. That luck will probably even out as we go to about 15%, or roughly 1 in 7 over the long run. Human Torch, another newer character. Ghost. 4-star Thanos. I'm a big fan of him, and I wonder if he's going to work pretty well with the brand new announced 5-star character that isn't out yet. And we pretty much know who it is. One side of Marvel has announced who the character is, so I think I can reveal it. There's a Mysterio, and I think 4-star Thanos will work pretty well with this character. Another Mysterio. Who the next 5-star is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and say it. It is definitely going to be Immortal Hulk is the newest 5-star character. We did a behind the scenes, like a insider info, I called it Shield Intel video, where we had the characters' abilities and descriptions of them, and it's only open to our subscribers to talk about before the characters are announced. So by the time this video comes out, I'm sure we'll have the Immortal Hulk information on public release, so I'm sure we're fine to mention it now. I think 4-star Thanos might work pretty well with him to add green to the board, and he's going to remove green. Hulk will remove green and do team damage. I think it might be kind of good. And then, of course, we'll have that automatic removal of enemy special tiles from Thanos. So have to think of a good third partner for them, unless those two work well in normal PvP. There's a Gamora. We had a Professor X. We should be getting close here to another 5-star. And there it is. Who do you think it's going to be? We have had one of each so far. This will be the first one for level 2, or the second hit. And it's a Mr. Sinister Blue. Coming in perfect round. He's at 111 now. His Behold power can really hit pretty hard. I'm excited to level him up and check it out. And Okoye is getting up there. Not quite. The font is so small there. I didn't know if you guys could see it. I have a tough time seeing it myself. Peggy. Another Talos. 2 for him. There we go. Black Cat. Are we doing extra hot on the newer characters? It seems like we are. Invisible Woman is one of the first few 4-star characters ever made. Venom. Agent Venom there. 112. Where are we at? So this is draw number 30, I believe. There's a Medusa. Another level on my duplicate. 31, so it should be just a couple more draws here. Another Invisible Woman till we move Okoye off of my favorites. Black Widow. And Sabretooth. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like Okoye has made it to... Oh, wait, why am I off by 2? Oh, yeah, that's right, I'm off by 2. Sorry, guys. Got a little ahead of myself there. Wiccan. 3 apiece. I was thinking 4 there for a second. And a worthy Captain America. There we go. Now you see that she lit up into the bright green. And let's take a quick stop there. And I'm going to take her off of my favorite. She's been my 5-star favorite for a really long time. I might put her back on later, but I really want to make sure, since this is a one-time opportunity where we can have a really targeted, focused run on Beta Ray Bill, I want to try to get him up to as many levels as possible. So let's get back into it. And let's go. Captain Carol. Love my Moon Knight. I think we've seen Dazzler a couple times. Wiccan the second time. Won't be able to keep track after a little while here. Rockin' and Groot green. Excellent. We avoided yellow. Need to build up the other colors. Be nice to have a duplicate that I could champ at some point. Kingpin earns shards for 5-star Daredevil. Definitely interested in leveling Daredevil up. There's a Cyclops. More Carolina. So I wonder if we're going to see any bonus shards at any point through all of these legendary tokens. Black Cat, Emma Frost. That's a nice red cover for my duplicate of Spidey there. Another worthy cap. There's our first totally awesome Hulk of the night, I believe. So have we gotten the character that you thought we might get? Oh, there's a North Star. Need to move that. Another new character level. We haven't gotten a Rogue yet, so you guys have a good shot at beating my prediction. Please don't tell me you chose Talos. That's why he's running so hot. Elektra. And finally a 5-star. Seems like that took a little bit. I'll look at our draw rates later when we get through a lot of these tokens. Here it is. And it is a Havok blue. We are running perfect so far on Havok and Mr. Sinister. I've drawn the 2 powers of each that I didn't have. So with the 1 power I did have, they're both at the 1/1/1, basically. There's a Jubilee. Jubilee back to back. Isn't that just crazy? First Sandman I think we've seen in a long time. And another 5. Okay, guys. Who's it going to be this time? It feels like Beta Ray Bill to me. And go. It is another Havok. Another blue. All right. Make a quick note of that. I like his blue ability. It looks really cool. The opportunity to do direct damage that's pretty strong for inexpensive ability. Or you can do it as a team damage. It just requires 3 AP in either red or green to do either of those. Dazzler and Wiccan have been hot tonight. And Talos, super hot. Not real excited about him. If you're a 3-star player and you get a lot of Talos, he would be probably pretty strong for you with the match damage and a good stun, but not for me. There's Magic. That should make Tree 2-Leaf happy. Longtime friend and subscriber for the channel. There's another Peggy. And Gwenpool. Man, why didn't I pick Gwenpool earlier instead of Rogue? I almost had a thought to do that. More Fisk. We're going to have to speed this up, guys. North Star. Black Widow. We're not going to add these levels in. That would take too long. We'll add these in on my next video, so I'll keep the action short and the character leveling long. A lot of Mysterio as well tonight. There we go. Holy wow. That's a lot of Talos. Is that number 5? You guys can play a drinking game at home and have to take a drink every time I pull a Talos. Or maybe that would be dangerous by this point. Alright, let's speed up the 5 stars. I think I'm starting to run a little behind the odds. I'm not sure. I'm not keeping full track yet. Human Torch, Jim Hammond there. Oh my. Okay. A skill unmatched for Talos. That it might be the 6th level on him. There we go. Let's run like that on Wolfsbane and other new characters. That would be great. I would like to get a lot more Craven or Karnak, sorry. Nebula. We just got a Craven a little bit ago. First Carnage of the night. Flapton and a 5. Okay, it seems like this took a little bit. Maybe we'll have a close 5-star again after this one. Hit it. Another Havok. It's his red. Cool. So he is already at 5 covers. We're a little bit behind on Sinister. Not a big deal. Long ways to go. Bucky. More Gwenpool. There is my Rogue. I was just going to say we're hitting a lot of the ladies, but haven't hit Rogue yet. And that's her green. I need her green. Perfect. Got a 5. All right, let's do this right. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another Havok, and it's another blue. So now we're going to need to get a run on his green to stay nice on our round build. But we have enough draws to go up and over the 13. We might get roughly 17 total covers on each character. 18 is the calculation from this many pulls. See if we go that far. Valkyrie. And if you're going to go up and over 13 by that many, you should work out, even if you ran low on a color by then, you should work out to at least 3 in each color, unless you're super crazy lopsided. Another Rogue there. And a 5. Okay, guys. Let's get more Bill, although we could use Sinister here. And go. It is Mr. Sinister purple. Very nice. Coulson, Nightcrawler. I've had pretty crazy luck on Medusa, like you see, and then a Rogue, but then Nightcrawler is pretty much my 3rd super common draw. Just seems like I get him all the time. Running well on Cyclops, and there's a 5. All right, so have you guys been tracking along to see what our numbers are? We might be coming back into that 1 and 7 line here pretty quick. Another Sinister. It is black. He's at a total of 1, 2, 1 now. We've drawn 3 of his covers today, and I had one before. Kingpin's heating up. Hopefully we'll get some Daredevil shards like I said. Spider-Gwen. We're running down on these tokens. Another Rogue. Very cool. 5-star. I didn't build up the suspense, but that worked out perfect. We were running a little behind on green and nailed it. So now we are at 223 overall. Thought I'd keep a separate sheet so I knew I'd lose track as we go along here in my head. I think that's the first Wasp we've seen so far. And Kate. 17 tokens remaining. Sometimes 17 is a lucky number. Absolutely. There's another Medusa. Wow. She's going to be way higher than all my other duplicates. North Star. Punisher. Sabretooth. If you wonder why I announce who's coming up, even though you can see exactly who it is as the covers are revealed, a lot of times people watch this video while they're doing something else, like if you're playing MPQ along with a video, or if you are doing anything and you have the video on in the background listening to me drone on and on, That way you don't have to watch every single second, and I announce who's drawn a lot of times. So, okay, after that Mockingbird, we hit another 5-star. Let's go, Bill. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. I felt like Bill was going to hit, and we got a Clash of the Worthy cover to add on. There's an Ironheart. Jean Grey, Luke Cage, Coulson again. Brock Venom and another Wiccan. That feels like his 4th or 5th one. Torch. Wow. Another Wiccan. He's going to catch up to Talos pretty soon. I really do. Oh, let's see. Are we out of tokens? Oh, right. I really do like Wiccan. I think he's got a cool design, and he's a pretty good character. Not stellar. So we've drawn 141 tokens so far. And just so you know, we have how many total 5-stars out of that mix? I think 9 out of 141. Not sounding too good on the odds. Wow. Is that really? Is it 9 that we got? Oh, the bills. I'm not counting the bills on my sheet here. What did we get? 3 bills, Beta Ray bills. So that means 12. Yeah, we're still 10% or under on our total draws, guys. So that's running a little bit low. But our 4-stars that we've hit have been really good. A lot of the newer characters have been great. And of course, I'm trying to build up those duplicates. Now let's work on the command points. And let's kick these 5-stars into high gear. Let's do it. Let's go. Draw number 1 from CP is... all right, Iron Fist. Cloak and Dagger. Thanos and Spider-Woman. I think that's our first bishop of the night. People like playing him. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Another Captain Carol. Cool. Let's go for a 5-heart here pretty soon. Another Medusa. This is it. Is this it? Let's go. No, the opposite of a 5-star. It's Talos. There we go. All right. So, Sinister, Havok, or Bill. It's another Beta Ray Bill. Fantastic. All right. I want to level him up as much as we can. And there it is. We got 2 5-stars back to back. I thought the rates might start kicking up, and that is going to help. And go. Havok blue. He is at power level 4 in blue. Very nice. Mr. F. And Invisible Woman. Those 2 in a row. There is another 5 after that Carolina Dean. Let's count this down properly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Running crazy hot on Plasma Beam from Havok. That is setting him to 9 total covers already. Very cool. I'm a little more excited about him than Mr. Sinister, like I said before. However, I think Sinister is kind of getting a bad rap. We'll see how he plays defensively. I think he's going to be pretty tough to fight against. And if you aren't in a hurry, if you can play strategically, I think his offense will work out that way. So, of course, in PvP, hopping from one shield to another, you're probably not going to play Sinister there. There's a Chavez. very often, but in climbs, I think he'll be fine. Domino, another cloak and dagger. Let's get back to the 5s, guys. There we do. All right. I bet this is going to be a Sinister, and I'm going to think it'll be his blue. What do you think? It's a Beta Ray Bill yellow. Don't mind hitting as many bills as we can here. Let's roll. Black Widow. Moon Knight and Spider-Woman. Iron Fist, that's probably going to put him as a maximum champion here pretty soon. More Sabretooth, the better. And a 5. All right. And it is another Havok. Really nice even build on him now with that green. 334 by my records, unless I missed one somewhere. And we did it again, guys. You brought the viewer luck to get 2 5s in a row. How amazing. And it's a Sinister blue. Perfect. Very nice. Looking forward to build those guys up with some levels. And whoa! That's 3 in a row at 1 in 7 odds roughly. That is really crazy. I mean, that's something in the realm of 1 in 330 something or something. You can tell me what the odds are of getting 3 5-stars in a row. Does not happen a lot. We did it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's another Sinister, and it's another blue. His best ability, in my opinion. Awesome. That can do a lot of damage. His blue ability puts trap tiles on the board that deal damage for every single trap tile friendly on the board, up to 8, and it's a bunch of damage per 8. But he places 3 of those trap tiles out at once. So you could potentially match one, and then the next turn, match another one, or even if the enemy matches it, it does the calculated damage for each of your strike tiles. So if you play him carefully and strategically, I think he's able to do a whole lot of damage over time. There's another 5 shortly after that Gwen Pool. And it's another Sinister, and it's his black. We are running nice and even with that hit. He's going to be at 223 now, since I had a black cover before we started. Had a black on Sinister and a red on Havok before we started this. Here we are, another 5. And it's another Sinister. On a hot tear, he's catching up with Havok. Now he's only... No, he's 2 behind still. Thought he was just 1 behind. There's a Nico. Appreciate all the viewer luck you guys are bringing in. This is awesome. If you guys are doing draws, let me know in the comments and how many you did, or what was your percent, how many 5 stars you may have gone for. If you're a 3 or 4-star character, what do you think about watching somebody's Hoard Pull like this? And I forgot to mention, I looked back at a little bit of my records, and when Beta Ray Bill came out and had his separate store, it was his store before Latest Legends, I had a little over 5,900 command points and around the same number of legendary tokens that I had now today. Another 5, and it's another Sinister. This is just crazy. He's at 333. You can't ask for a better run on the spread than that. And so, yeah, that was about 3 months ago, which means that through those draws and building up through rewards, that you go back through all your characters, Red Hulk, through champ rewards and stuff. That means after about 3 months, I was able to do 300 plus draws again. So going forward, I don't know if I'm going to save up a whole lot. It depends on how Sinister and Havok end up after all of this, and how high I can get Beta Ray Bill toward our goal of 480. Namor and Fury. I don't think we've seen either of those two yet tonight. Carolina. Let's get more 5s here. Ghost is really coming in a little bit more often. And there's Gamora. And a 5. Okay, I bet this is a Havok, but what do you think? It could be Bill. And it is. Beta Ray Bill's green. Nice. So like we thought, we might get about 18 of each character if we drew every single draw out today. I think I'm a little under the 15% still. I think we're catching up a little toward that goal. Would love to beat the rate. My previous big draw run was a little under the rate, so I thought we might go a little over today. But I've definitely had short spurs of 7 draws or 12 or 6 or whatever, and I could hit 2 5-stars out of 6 draws with your guys' viewer luck, so that's really helpful. But on these big runs, yeah, I tend to run a little under the average. 20.99 and a 5. Okay, I think this is Havok. I'm gonna guess red. It's Sinister black. I couldn't be more incorrect sometimes. But I'll take it. His black ability is really cool. We'll review these guys once we add our levels in. We'll only do the 5-star leveling after all of this, and we'll save all the 4 stars, the 300 plus 4 stars that we get for the next video. Here's a 5, and it's another Sinister. He's fully caught up now to Havok. He's at 443. And Havok is still at 334. How funny, we were way ahead and things turn around and change. And another 5. Running hot. Sinister blue. If I'm right on my calculations, that puts him at 444. That alone is just super lucky to get such an even build. Hey, there's the first main event. Hulk, my little lucky sidekick, would be doing a big Hulk smash right next to me. Should have had him do these pulls. He's a lucky guy, just like you guys. But yeah, the very next pull of Mr. Sinister will be his 13th, no matter what color it is. Emma Frost. More Deadpool. That'll be close to a maximum level for him, and same thing for Mr. Fantastic. So we might get more covers than we need, and that would require me to re-roster. There's our first Karnak of the night. That's the one I've been hoping to build up as quickly as possible. He's just so fun. Since I play a lot of 5-stars and adding those critical tiles, man, he can just really help boost up a lot of critical tile match damage. Running pretty well on 20.99 is tonight. Hulkbuster and Ghost. Coulson. Let's see. Let's check out. Look, we're at 38.77, and that means we've drawn 88 draws from command points so far, and we're not anywhere close to being done. Let's go. I know this takes forever, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me. There's an Ant-Man. It can only be purple one time ever. In my last video was the first purple I ever drew for him, I do believe. There is a Ronin Hawkeye, and I think we have enough shards built up on Beta Ray Bill now. Mr. F is a little too hot tonight. He's always hot. Just kidding. Chavez, Emma Frost, and a 5-star. Okay, guys, we need to get back onto Havok and, of course, Bill. There it is. Another bill. Sweet. His blue and green abilities are going to really start hitting hard. Comparatively on my roster anyway. Black Panther. And a 5. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is another bill. Love it. Now, let's keep working to try to get some Havok covers here soon. Another Shuri. She was my favorite for a super long time. But she's up past level 350 now, and there's no more, or 360, 350. And she's gone past the Okoye shards, so I don't need to have her as my favorite anymore. Carolina's been very common tonight. Another Gladiator Hulk and TA Hulk. Iron Spidey and a 5-star. Okay. And go. Another Sinister. It's his purple. And guys, that should be his 13th cover. That means we can champion Mr. Sinister today. Super cool. I think we'll get a couple of go-ahead covers on top of that as well. But really turned and got a lot of him in a row there. There's a Rogue and a 5. All right, let's keep this happening. And we're back to Havok. We got his red. I believe he is at 434 now. Vulture. More Medusa, the better. And a 5. All right, let's go, Bill. And it's Bill. Got more Scuttlebutt. Man, you just can't have enough Scuttlebutt. Did you know that? My boys think that's the funniest ability name in the game. There we go. Another 5-star. Came in right after 4-star Iron Fist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Havok, green, and this is unbelievable. That puts him, and I believe I'm correct, at 444. 4 red, 4 green, 4 blue. Claim it. So the very next cover we get on Havok, he will be at a perfect 13 as well. Sometimes you can get a lopsided build, and you can just be at 5 plus 6 saved covers, 0 in a power, and then 3 on another power. It's just really crazy. But man, we've been running nice and even. You guys have been helping me out. We get the go ahead. We get the 13th cover on Havok. We get radiation absorption to level 5. I do believe he's at 445, and that means we got both of those guys to a perfect 13. I can't believe it. So we could evaluate things here. We have a lot of command points left as far as I'm concerned. The main idea is to build up Bill as high as we can. Do I stop and evaluate? Let's just we're going to pull more, but I want to take one quick look here at our 343 rewards so far. And let's see. Let's check really quickly how many Beta Ray bills we have. 3, 4. Whoa. Something happened there. 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. So only 8 bill, and 13 of each of the other two guys. So I was a little afraid we'd run behind on Bill compared to the others. And believe me, it's fine. But that means we're definitely going to keep going here yet tonight. And what I might do is get to the point where we think we're at about 300 pulls and then reevaluate, and we can always do more on another video here soon. So let's go. We're at 3152. That means we've drawn a total so far of 258. All right, not stopping. Just wanted to see where we were. Jubilee. And another 5. And it's another Havok for his blue ability. That's been hot. Cool. That'll be his first champ level. Unless I'm off by 1. Sometimes I do that. I had 1 before we started, don't forget. Quake and Vulture and Ghost Rider. Is that the first Ghost Rider we've seen tonight? Might be. Sabretooth, Luke Cage. Spider-Woman. Worthy Cap. And more Carolina. Wow. Between her and... I don't even want to say the other one that was... Guys, do you know what I was going to say? I was going to say Carolina's running just about as hot as... And then I stopped because I didn't want to say Talos. Because I didn't want... It's fine. It's fine. Every level's a champ level. All characters' champ levels are eventually the same. But that's just funny. I was trying to not jinx myself, and it happened right in front of my face. More magic. Domino in there. Wasp. And so I think that's what we're going to do. We'll pull... Let me think. Do I want to say 3... yeah, we'll get to 300. There's another 5-star. And it is Mr. Sinister, putting him at the go-ahead number of covers to 13 plus 1. Fantastic. He can also be champed. Let's see. Where are we at? 2752 remaining. It does hurt to see my Hoard deplete, but I'm going to love adding all of these characters in and getting some of those rewards back. 274 is the total number of draws so far. Let's keep going. Hulkbuster and Gwenpool. Cho and Coulson. We going alphabetical now? Nope. Quake. And a 5. All right. I bet this is Bill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. I've gotten Beta Ray Bill most of the times. I guessed that, but there is another Sinister and another 5-star. All right. Hit it. There we go. There's the Beta Ray Bill. That's what we want. Build him up now that the other guys are covered fully. There. All right. We'll check this draw rate by the end here. We're picking up the pace on the 5 stars, guys. Another Havok. Let me jot that down really quickly. Cool. And by the way, Havok is super boosted still in Versus in the PvP event. So in the next video, I'm going to take him into battle. I'll show you how much his health is worth as and his abilities in that event here today if I think about it, but we'll get him into some good action. Should be fun. There's our first Drax of the night, I do believe. Maybe we had one before. 2377. Was that it? Oh no. I think I'm off by one. Where am I at here? Gotcha. 289 total draws. Sorry about the delay there. Another Nightcrawler. Let's get another 5-star here, guys. We only have about these last 10 draws to do, and I think we're going to take a break, see where we end up with Bill after all of this, and champ our brand new 5-star characters. Chavez, where are we going to be here? Let's see. Five more draws. Let's get a 5-star within the next 5 draws. Go. More Flapton. Ghost Rider, Black Cat. Last 2 draws, guys. We got to hit a 5. Let's do it. Agent Venom. And I think this is it. I can't stop there until we get a 5-star. Let's go to the last one. There it is. All right. It took 301 total draws. Let's go out with the Beta Ray, Bill. How perfect. Claim it, and we are done for now. That'll save some draws for upcoming videos for fun. And that was about 300 total pulls, ending at 2077. Yep, that's exactly 301 total draws we did for the night. Cool. Okay. Man, all right. That was a lot of fun. That was a long time in the making, about 3 months waiting for that. And I'm not going to sell these guys. I'll be very careful. But we got 39 total 5-stars out of 301 total draws. That's about 12.9%. It did feel a little bit under. But don't worry, that just means the next 50 to 100 draws we make are going to pick up the pace back to that 15% overall, and that means, hey, we're going to run hotter than we did before going forward. I love it. Let's add in our 5-stars on the brand new characters so we can get done with this. Actually, let's do Sinister first. Very cool. All right. Really quickly, did I have a good... Yeah, I have a good record of where we're at. All right. I'm not sure where I want to spec him out at yet. I think in Versus, you might want his black at level 5 and his purple at level 3. Before I champ him, I don't have a choice really to pick the colors until he is champed. But I think you want his blue at level 5 no matter what you're doing. So right now he's 5 for 4. We'll champion him and respec him around a little bit. And maybe in PvE you want his purple at level 5, because if enemies are firing off a lot of abilities, especially non-tile moving characters like goons that create countdowns all the time, that'll set his purple into really good shape. All right. 531,400 ISO. That's what you have to put in to a 5-star to champion them, and I already raised him by 22,500 ISO before that. So let's go. We have a brand new 450 5-star, and it's a 20,000 ISO champion fee, basically. And we get the go-ahead couple of levels, 1 and 2 and 3. So was I off by 1? I think that seems like it was one more than I was thinking. That might be the case. That's good. That means our draw rate was a little bit higher than I thought. I must have missed one on my sheet, and I'll figure it out later, but no problem. All right, so Mr. Sinister, let's take his blue up and purple down for now until I figure out a better idea. and we'll cover his abilities in just a second. Let's go now to Havok and level up Plasma Beam to level 5. I think there's no doubt I want that at level 5. I guess we could run it at 5 or 4. Cry Havok will more than likely be level 4 or 5 as a champ, and radiation absorption is just so crazy good. I think that just has to be level 5 if you can. And once again, we'll champ him up and respec around in a little bit. So he takes 531,000 ISO 8. As well. And the champ fee is in there. And he had 2 extra covers to end at 452. So Sinister and Havok are both champed and brand new 5 stars. Guys, once again, I have every single 5-star available and as a champion. That's crazy. It took me a long time to get all classics done. Let's run through Mr. Sinister's abilities really quickly. We'll do the same for Havok, and then we'll look at Beta Ray Bill's damage numbers. And in our run there, we will do more draws again in an upcoming video. Original Sinister, if an enemy would deal 7139 or more damage and the friendly team has at least 2 black AP, drain 2 and prevent up to 7139 damage. Then create 2 trap tiles that each deal 2832 damage when matched by either team. Very cool. That can I suppose I could consider lowering that down since the damage is the same, and we could go level 4 there. I'll have to think about that a little bit. The damage changes just a little bit, but the traps still do the same. So Sinister secrets. This looks pretty cool. So if the enemy has, let's look at level 5. I might have to step this up. When the enemy fires a power, Sinister creates 3 trap tiles. When one is matched, if the enemy has a certain amount of AP, you'll either steal it or just destroy it from them. Or when we match a trap tile that are Sinister Secrets traps. Very cool. I think I do need to step that up and maybe his black down a notch. Let's now look at Behold. This is the big deal, guys. Creates 3 trap tiles that deal 3474 damage for each friendly trap tile on the board, up to a total of 8. So 8 times 3400 is, well over 25,000, and that can happen for each of these Behold traps. That is, if he places 3. You don't know what color they're going to be on, but you could drop one into another match and get a ton of damage in a row. I think he looks pretty exciting, guys. Mr. Sinister, and really quickly, he's got 68,500 health already at level 453. Very cool. So we'll get him into action in the next video. We'll also do the same thing with Havok. Let's take a quick look at him. I've got a number of shards on Havok too. I forgot from the events. At level 452, his Plasma Beam deals 18,582 damage to the target, and it ignores projectiles if they have any out, which is great because if he needs to go up against Beta Ray Bill, that's perfect. And he also converts 3 basic blue tiles into charge tiles. Obviously, that is designed to work well with his blue ability. We'll see in a second. Here is Cry Havok. Let's look at level 5 until I change it. So he destroys up to 3 enemy attack, protect, or strike tiles, targeting fortified tiles first, by the way, and then deals 2177 damage to the enemy team for each tile destroyed. And of course there can be 3 of them, and deals 5814 damage to the enemy team on top of the damage for the tiles. So if there are 3 times the 2177, that's about 6300 plus the 5800. We're close to 13,000 or something like that, 12 something for team damage, and that's the most you can get out of it, but it does remove enemy specials because of that at level 5. Sounds pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to run his green at level 5 or not. And here's radiation absorption for a cost of 7. This is a really crazy ability. Let's look at level 5 here. You either choose red or green, and the color you choose is the color you're going to add to that AP by swapping out another color. So if you choose red, it changes 3 green to red AP and deals 18,300 damage to the target. If you choose green, it converts 3 red to green, and then it deals 9,160 damage to the enemy team. So it's really going to be a fun way to decide if you're going to go red or green each time you fire a radiation absorption. And don't forget, Plasma Beam builds up blue charge tiles on the board. So if you play it when there's a blue match, you can get a bunch of blue back and play the other side of his ability. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get him into action very soon. And the last thing we're going to do is find our Beta Ray Bill here. We'll level him up. Let's see, from 456, and we had enough shards. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels that we got in Bill today. And the shard level to get up to 467. And we're going to keep working on Bill and trying to get him to 480 or close to it as much as possible. That's awesome. Let's check out his abilities. Scuttlebutt now does 9,543 damage to 4 random enemies. And of course, if there's 2 enemies left, there's going to be 4 hits. And if there's 1 enemy left, it's all 4 hits on that one single enemy. So that's going to be close now to over 38,000 damage to one single enemy, 38 plus. Really cool, excited for that. Defender of Two Peoples, I run this at level 3, most people do. Start the battle with 4 projectiles worth 223 each. So you're getting well over 800 in projectile defense immediately. You could step that up to 334 times 4. Awesome. Clash of the Worthy is just an absolutely overpowered ability. Don't tell the developers how OP this is. It's fun to play with him, but not necessarily against Bill. For only 6, he deals 13,995 damage to the enemy and places a 4-turn fortified countdown tile that creates 1 strength, 637 protect tile when he or one of his allies takes damage, and it's for every single tick of damage. If the enemy does a move where there's 2 matches and then they have attack tiles, that is 3 ticks of damage. That means 3 protect tiles. It's crazy. So loving Bill getting worked up here to 467. We'll do a lot more draws here soon and try to get him well over 470 over the coming weeks. All right, guys, thanks so much for being part of that. If you're not a subscriber, please consider it. And thanks so much for hanging on for that long video. Hit the MPQ button to become a sub if you haven't yet so far, and like the video if it has been fun to watch, or if you help me with that viewer luck. I really appreciate it. Tell your line mates to check it out if you think they'd have fun following along, and we'll see you guys next time.